Welcome to the EA Sports 200 in Mobile, Alabama. We were just in Alabama a couple weeks ago at Talladega, and now we're here a little further down south, down by the Gulf of Mexico, for a great and entertaining race. This is the second race ever in the Aflac Cup Series held at this oddly shaped racetrack with no walls in turns 2 and 4. Now for the drivers to watch for, Carl Edwards sets on the pole today. He's got a great car, ran well here last year. Kyle Larson, last week's All-Star race winner. He's also got a great machine. Denny Hamlin, he's been good in practice, been running that low line. It's been working for him. Watched him to run up front today. And then Kevin Harvick came up so close, finished second to Jeff Gordon here in Season 7. Now for the command. Drivers, start your engines. The cars roar to life here in Mobile and begin to roll off one by one. Now for the starting lineup. In row 1, we have Carl Edwards and Kasey Kahne. In row 2, the Rocket Man, Ryan Newman, and Denny Hammer and Hamlin. In row 3, the 7-time champion and 2-time ACS champ, Jimmie Johnson, next to Kevin Happy Harvick. Chase Elliott and Paul Menard are in row 4. Jamie McMurray and the Dinger in row 5. And then Big Bad Brad Keselowski next to his teammate, Joey Logano. Max Kansas and Trevor Bayne in row 7. And then Kyle Busch and Bryce Harvey in row 8. And in row 9, we have Michael Shelton in his back-to-back starts next to the fan favorite, Dale Jr. Kyle Larson and the Jersey Fury, Martin Truex Jr. in row 10. Clint Bowyer and Austin Dillon in row 11. Logan McDaniel and Eric Jones in row 12. Kurt Busch and Eric Almirola in row 13. Ryan Blaney and Jimmy Lanya in row 14. And in row 15, we have Carter Adelman and Michael McDowell. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Chris Buescher in row 16. And then in row 17, we have Landon Castle and Ty Dillon. Greg Biffle and Danica Patrick in row 18. And in row 19, running the field is Matt DiBenedetto. Let's go Memorial Day racing drivers. Green flag is out. Carl Edwards gets a great jump on Kasey Kahne. Jimmie Johnson takes him 3 wide into turn 1. So does Jamie McMurray. Oh, looks like Austin Dillon got in the back of Martin Truex Jr. Carl Edwards rockets off from the pole position and will lead lap 1 in Mobile. Jimmie Johnson finds himself in the second position now, as you see Denny Hamlin kind of poking his nose, running that low line, trying to get that to work. We mentioned that in the broadcast. We'll see if he can get that to work today. But coming off of turn 4, Jimmie Johnson's closing in, and race leader Carl Edwards. Heading into turn 1 and 2, Johnson's going to try out that lower line. He's going to get right beside Carl Edwards, and he'll take that lead, clearing Carl Edwards before they reach turn 3. What an easy pass for the 7-time champion, Jimmie Johnson. Makes that one look really good as he rockets off. Now Denny Hamlin going for the second position on Carl Edwards. He's going to clear him coming off of turn 2. Denny Hamlin could just drive that low line so well. Clips the apron, comes right off of turn 4. Right next to that wall, just gaining ground on Jimmie Johnson. He's going to do it again here in turn 1 and 2. Denny Hamlin is a rocket today, and he's catching race leader Jimmie Johnson as the cars fly out down the backstretch and into turn 3 and 4. Logan McDaniel making it 3 wide there. Now battle for the race lead. Jimmie Johnson's going to block Denny Hamlin's line. That's what a great race car driver does. He adjusts to the other opponent's line, and he's going to take that away from Denny Hamlin. Jimmie Johnson's making that high lane or that low lane work as Denny Hamlin shifts to the higher lane, trying to get around Jimmie Johnson. He cuts to the inside. He's got it there. He gets it to Johnson, and Johnson saves it. What a save by Jimmie Johnson. Incredible driving there by the 2-time Aflac Cup Series champion. Keeps that one from spinning out as Denny Hamlin now has the race lead. I'm sure all the Jimmie Johnson fans are happy with Denny. Here comes Kasey Kahne with a nice run up passing Carl Edwards. And we got a caution on the track. It's Danica Patrick smoking on the backstretch. And since the replay that watches, yeah, she just goes around, gets a little loose, racing next to Chris Buescher. She hits the inside wall hard, especially really late in this race as we just got 2 laps to go. Denny Hamlin took 2 laps to go, and Danica Patrick goes around hard into the inside wall. So Danica Patrick is done today. And now this is Jimmie Johnson versus Denny Hamlin in turn 3. Watch as Johnson's going to try and block Hamlin's line. Hamlin's nose was there. I'd say Johnson came down, but what a save by Jimmie Johnson using those drifting skills. So 2 laps remain in Mobile, Alabama. It's Denny Hamlin and Kasey Kahne on the front row. Green flag is back in the air. Oh, Hamlin spins his tires. Kahne gets a launch from Brad Keselowski, and he's going to clear Denny Hamlin coming off at turn 2. Down the backstretch they go through 3 and 4. Kasey Kahne's beginning to pull away. Here comes Brad Keselowski. He's going to slow him down. This is exactly what Kasey Kahne wants to see, a battle for second. But Keselowski clears Hamlin. Can Brad get a good run off of turn 2? He's closing in on Kasey. He's going to look inside to turn 3 and 4. Here comes Hamlin now getting a good run. He's going to get to the bumper, but he doesn't use it. Kasey Kahne holds him off, and he'll win the EA Sports 200 in Alabama. The cars fly across the line here to end the 10-lap race. What an eventful race here today. Lots of passing for the lead. And then Kasey Kahne steals the show really late in the race here in Mobile. Takes this race away from Denny Hamlin, who had this race won, and possibly gets revenge for Jimmie Johnson by stealing that race. Congratulations to Kasey Kahne. This is a big win to revive Kahne's playoff hopes as he'll pole vault further up into the standings. Now here's your point standings. First place remains Matt Kenseth. Dale Jr. with those 2 wins sits second. Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Truex, Adelman, Trevor Bayne, Bryce Harvey, Jimmie Johnson, and Carl Edwards are your top 10 drivers in the chase. Now we know the 2 wild card positions belong to Kyle Larson and Kurt Busch. Both those drivers have wins in the series and they're highest behind 10th. Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, Joey Logano, Kasey Kahne up to 18th, Ryan Newman, and Erik Jones climbing into the top 20. 21st in the standings is Paul Menard after that disappointing wreck at Talladega. Chris Buescher's been dropping in like a rock in the standings as of late. That's really sad for him. He was up in the top 10 earlier this season. So Kasey Kahne, the big mover today, he moves up to 18th in the points, and he finishes first today. Congratulations to Kasey Kahne. Denny Hamlin comes home second today. Very gut-wrenching for him. He had a great car today. Brad Keselowski got a nice top 5 after starting outside the top 10. Carl Edwards, the pole sitter, he comes home 4th. Kevin Harvick didn't have the car he thought he would today, but he still gets a nice top 5. It's good when you're disappointed with 5th. 6th is Jamie McMurray. 7th today was Matt Kenseth, the points leader once again. He's been so consistent this year. Been a great year for Matt Kenseth. Paul Menard got a top 10. Shout out to him. Chase Elliott and Jimmie Johnson round up 9th and 10th. Joey Logano had a very solid day. I think he started 12th and finished 11th. Not bad for Mr. Joey. Michael Shelton in his home track, he finishes 13th today. And then 14th was Kyle Busch. Kyle Larson finishes 15th today. And then Austin Dillon comes home 16th. Nice top 20 for that kid. Carter Adelman, he's also up in the points. He's inside the top 10. AJ Allmendinger finishes 18th today. 19th was Bryce Harvey. Finishing 20th today was Dale Earnhardt Jr. And then 21st was Logan McDaniel. Trevor Bayne comes home 22nd today. Not a good run for him today in Mobile. Erik Jones comes home 23rd. Martin Truex Jr., the New Jersey Fury, 24th. Very quiet day for Furniture Racing. Ryan Blaney, disappointingly, finishes 25th. Clint Bowyer, 26th. Kurt Busch, 27th. Stuart Haas had one good car today. It was Kevin Harvick, and the rest, they did not do so hot. Jimmy Lania comes home 29th today. 30th was Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And then 31st was Michael McDowell. 32nd today was Chris Buescher. Very, very bad race for that team. They are fading like a rock. They were started out really hot, and now they're starting to cool down a little bit here as the season progresses. 35th was Matt DiBenedetto. 36th was Greg Biffle. And the 37th, getting in a crash, bring out a late race caution that ultimately cost Denny Hamlin the race. So next race, we head out west to Seattle for a great 10-lap showdown there. This is JG24, JG26, signing out. Enjoy your Memorial Day.